How's it going, everyone? Oh my goodness, my throat is dry. Hold on. Water. It's good. You know who's the only living water you need? Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's not the message today. It's the message every day. Okay. Anyway, on to the real message. It's going to be quite a short one, but I was reading the book of Job today, and I came across some verses in Job chapter 28 or 27, I think. Hold on. Chapter 28. And I came across them, and it reminded me of this video I saw, right? And it was like, what would you tell your younger self? And everyone was, saying, oh, I'd curse him out, or I'd, tell him everything's going to be okay. That the stuff many people would choose, right? And I said, I would tell my younger self, you know nothing, because I was a smart aleck, right? I was probably the most annoying kid you could ever come across. Someone accidentally says, I petted a cat when they're, 7 years old. I would be like, actually, it's pet. So it reminded me of, these verses reminded me of that, and I want to spread that message to you guys. And I mean, this spoke to me, right? That we know nothing, right? Even now we might render ourselves intelligent and, more knowing than others, right? But we know nothing as it is. And here's scripture for that. Starting in Job chapter 28, verse 12. But where can wisdom be found? And where is the place of understanding? No one knows the way to it, nor is it to be found in the land of the living. The abyss declares, it is not in me. The sea says, I do not have it. It cannot be purchased with gold, nor can its price be weighed out in silver. It cannot be acquired with the gold of Ophir, nor with precious onyx or sapphire. Gold or crystal cannot be compared to it, nor can it be exchanged for vessels of gold. Neither coral nor alabaster deserve to be mentioned. The price of wisdom is beyond pearls. Topaz from Ethiopia is worthless in comparison to it, nor can it be valued in terms of pure gold. Where then is the source of wisdom? Where is intelligence to be found? It cannot be seen by the eye of any living creature. It is even concealed from the birds of the air. Abaddon and the netherworld admit we have only heard rumors of it. God alone understands the path to wisdom. He alone knows where it can be found. For he can observe the farthest ends of the earth, and he sees everything under the heavens. When God regulated the force of the wind and measured out the waters, he imposed a limit for the rain and cleared a path for the thunderbolt. Then he saw wisdom and evaluated it, established it, and assessed it completely. And then he declared to man, the fear of the Lord is wisdom, and to turn from evil is understanding. So that's the message, right? I've been praying for wisdom for a long time, right? And this asserts it, right? The only way to wisdom is through the fear of the Lord, which I said in a previous video. I said in a previous video that the fear of the Lord is the respect. You don't fear him because you're scared, but you fear him like you would fear your parents, right? You respect them. So respect your Lord in even a greater way than you respect your parents, right? And turning from evil is understanding, right? If you're praying for understanding right now, you have to turn away from evil, every evil, right? If you want to know what evil there is, go in Genesis. No, not Genesis. go in Exodus and Leviticus, and then go into the New Testament, starting with the Gospels and Paul's letters. Then you'll know what evil you're supposed to stray away from. And everyone's heard it say that it's lust, murder, and greed. Like those are the main cardinal sins everyone is, thinking about. Oh, I can't be greedy. I don't want to be greedy, right? Or, oh, I can't be lustful. I don't want to be lustful. They don't know what lust is. They don't know what greed is. I hardly know what those things are, right? The only way I know what they are is because I've read the Gospels. And the Gospels say lust isn't just masturbation or watching porn. It's even looking at someone with ill intent, that you're degrading them. It's degradation of someone's character, right? You want someone not for who they are or because you love them and you're married, right? You want someone just because of the way they were made, right? And that goes for homosexual lust and heterosexual lust. Doesn't matter. You look at someone in that way, you're lusting after them, right? I hardly know what greed is, right? Because I haven't ever experienced greed in my life, but I've seen it. I've seen greed, and I've seen people who declare themselves mightier than a person because they have more money. No. I've seen people, I haven't even murdered anyone, but according to the Gospels, I have. And according to the Gospels, I'm sure many of you who watch this have, right? People say gluttony is a sin, but what is gluttony, right? You think of gluttony, oh, it's just eating a lot of food. It's not just that. It's overindulgence, right? Alcoholics are gluttons, right? People who eat a lot of food are gluttons, right? There's so many more I can list off. It's insane, but gluttony is just overindulgence, right? So even if you overindulge in something that you shouldn't, that's something that takes place in front of the Lord, right? That'd be idolatry, but it's also gluttony, right? So we know nothing. The only way we can know anything is through the Lord, right? The only reason why we have the laws of physics is because of Isaac Newton. And the Lord blessed him with that mind so he can observe the universe around him, right? He was a Christian, right? The only way we know E equals mc squared is because God blessed Albert Einstein, who was at the time of his first part of his career was agnostic, right? I mean, that's at least what Google says, right? I've never met the guy. He was supposedly agnostic, and then he slowly found out that all of this would be really impossible without God, right? I'm not sure if he declared Christian faith or what, but it's up to God. And if he's in heaven, I'll talk with the man myself. If, God willing, I get him there, right? If I don't, then one of you guys can. God willing, right? So, yeah. We know nothing, and the only way we can know anything is through the Lord. And the only way we have modern science today is through the blessings of the Lord himself. Science and Christianity go together hand in hand. Some people might think otherwise, and that's on them. Everyone has a mind to think so. But yeah, we know nothing. God bless.